17-year-old Jamal, living in the Bronx, New York, had faced challenges all his life. He was a bright student, but like many young people in his neighborhood, he frequently encountered racism. His mother worked 2 jobs to provide a better future for him and his little sister. His father had been wrongfully accused and imprisoned years ago during a police intervention. That incident shattered Jamal's trust in the justice system. Still, he was determined to succeed and create a better life for his family. His biggest dream was to study law and become a lawyer who defended those wrongly accused. However, he didn't know that his biggest test was yet to come. One afternoon after school, Jamal and his friends were playing basketball when a police car pulled up with blaring sirens. Officers stepped out, claiming they had received a report about a theft in the area. Without hesitation, they ordered Jamal and his friends to lie down and began searching them. Although none of them had any connection to the crime, Jamal objected, saying this treatment was unfair. One officer snapped at him, "If you keep talking, I'll have to take you in." At that moment, Jamal remembered the day his father was taken away. He was only 7 years old then. His father, Malcolm, had been returning home from a night shift when he was stopped and questioned about a nearby store robbery. Even though he had his work uniform and company ID on him, the police assumed he was guilty. The trial was full of injustice, and despite having no criminal record, Malcolm was sentenced to prison. Jamal would never forget the way his mother had sobbed as she watched her husband being led away in handcuffs. Fueled by the memory, but aware of the danger, Jamal remained silent. Eventually, the officers found nothing and left, issuing a few more threats before driving away. But the damage had already been done. Jamal refused to let this injustice go unnoticed. He posted about the incident on social media, and his friends uploaded videos they had recorded. Within hours, the posts gained thousands of views. People condemned the police officers' actions, and the discussion about racial profiling and discrimination spread throughout his school. With the support of his teacher, Ms. Rodriguez, Jamal connected with a local activist group. This organization worked on raising awareness about police brutality and held peaceful protests. Through them, Jamal met human rights lawyers and began educating himself. One activist, Carlos, shared his own story with Jamal. Years ago, Carlos had been a lawyer defending a black man wrongfully accused of theft. The man had simply been waiting at a bus stop when a white woman falsely accused him of stealing. The police arrested him without question, and despite having no evidence against him, he spent years fighting to clear his name. Though he was eventually acquitted, he had already lost his job, his family, and his reputation. Jamal was deeply moved. He realized that raising awareness was not enough. He had to take action. One day, Jamal had the chance to speak at a public forum at the local city hall, where community members gathered to address police misconduct. His mother and sister were there, watching as he took the microphone. "My friends and I were just playing basketball. Our only crime was being in the wrong neighborhood with the wrong skin color. But I refuse to stay silent in the face of injustice. I don't want what happened to my father to happen to me or my sister. We demand change, and we deserve it." The audience erupted in applause. His speech made its way into the news, and soon, pressure mounted on the local police department. In response, the department announced plans for better community engagement and reform efforts. Jamal and his friends realized they had made a real impact. That event changed Jamal's life forever. He was no longer just a student. He had become a voice for young people fighting against injustice. His activism helped him earn a scholarship to law school, bringing him one step closer to his dream. During his studies, he joined a project that worked to exonerate wrongfully convicted individuals. While reviewing old case files, he discovered his father's case had been mishandled. His defense attorney had failed him, and crucial evidence had been ignored. Working alongside experienced attorneys, Jamal fought to reopen his father's case. Jamal's journey inspired many. His fight proved that justice is not just a word, but a cause worth fighting for. Because justice has no color, it should be equal for all.